11 years ago, I saw Nacho Libre in cinemas. Fast forward to 2025, I've now seen a Minecraft movie. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Mike. If you're brand new here, or if you're coming back, thanks for tuning in once again. Yeah, we're here to talk about a Minecraft movie, which is based on the popular video game franchise world. And this is directed by Jared Hess, who's done both of those respective movies. Now, going into Minecraft in terms of my experience, so I used to work for the Lego group. When I worked for the Lego group, I remember when the Lego Idea Minecraft sets were released. And of course, my nephews have played the video games. I've seen them play hours upon hours, and even my older brother Joe has played it. So that's kind of my knowledge, but I've never actually played the game myself. But a bit like Lego, it's just full of imagination, and that's the whole point of it, to do whatever you want, build whatever you want, and just have it where no one can tell you what to do. But then they include kind of like some side quests and monsters and characters and creatures and all this kind of stuff. So when it came to making a movie of this, I was like, okay, I'll be intrigued where they go with a movie and how they would actually play that out. And then I saw that Jack Black was announced to play the lead Steve. Now, if you can see the cartoon character of Steve, doesn't resemble Jack Black in the slightest. So I was like, oh no, they're just going like kind of the popular Hollywood choice to play this role. And essentially what this tells a story about is Steve himself. He goes exploring in the mines, he finds this cube. When he finds this cube, this takes him to another world. In this other world, he starts to have this imagination, he can explore, he can kind of just be himself, and he creates something called Steve's World. However, that comes under threat under the guise Malgosha, who is our villain here, voiced by Rachel House. Malgosha captures Steve, essentially tells him, right, when these four other beings come to the outer world, who are our misfits like Jason Momoa, Emma Myers, Sebastian Hansen, and Danielle Brooks. Essentially, Steve's got to go and get the cube to retrieve it for Malgosha so she can kind of basically take over the world and take over this Steve's World and stuff as well. That's kind of the very vague plot. Now, what I think of this movie, it's a bit of a weird one to critique because in my screening, it was absolutely packed, so it was really great to see a big audience gather for a movie like this, and I always really appreciate anyone who gets to the cinema experience, and especially when you get like a packed showing, that's really cool. There was people in here that really enjoyed this movie. Plenty of laughs were shared throughout, plenty of like loud laughs as well, right? And I will admit that some of the humor was absolutely over the top ridiculous. It did get a few chuckles even from me, just for how silly it really is. So on one level, I think this movie is going to cater for a certain audience. I think if you're a fan of the games, I think some people from that will appreciate the Easter eggs, the characters, the world design sets and the locations, because the actual world itself, you know, actually does resemble Minecraft to an extent. So I think on those points, it gets a tick box in the checklist of what it's able to accomplish. In terms of the humor, because it's so stupid, ridiculous, and over the top, I think the younger ones will have a fun time. Even some adults were bursting out laughing. And as I said, there was moments where I even burst out laughing, but not all the humor lands. Some of it is really bad and kind of goes for that laugh a minute beat in terms of its comedy, which ultimately doesn't land. There was plenty of moments as like, yeah, that just kind of came off awkward, or it just wasn't funny. And then of course they wait a few seconds before the next line is spoken to kind of give the audience time to reel in like having a few laughs, for example. But when it's not funny, it just comes off a little bit awkward. In terms of the casting, I'm a little bit divided. I think Jack Black and Jason Momoa, they're doing what they always do in terms of their comedy. So if you like that style comedy, you'll think, wow, they do great here. Whereas me, I'm not really a fan of either of them. I think both of them were okay for what they were given, because again, they're asked to just be themselves, but just over the top. So you can't really say they're doing like a bad performance, because it's what they've been given to do, especially as this was written by 5 people, which blows my mind. And is one of the most common things in Hollywood. I've mentioned before on the channel, like these worst movies or these bad movies as such have so many writers. It's beyond insane. But besides that, the casting, yeah. So I've mentioned those two. In terms of our kind of other psychic characters and our kind of misfits, so Danielle Brooks, you know, but I would say the two for me that just don't work in this movie is Emma Myers and also Sebastian Hansen. Now, Emma Myers is actually a good actress and she does a good job in the show Wednesday on Netflix. Sebastian Hansen, I don't think I've seen him before, but these two are really annoying characters. Essentially, Emma Myers' character Natalie, she is given the role of being like the older sister protector. They don't have a mom and she is there to be the support engine for her brother, but it just comes across as a very whiny character. And then the young boy himself, he's just not really a good actor, unfortunately. And don't get me wrong, with age, he could certainly get a lot better. But he just, I don't know, just it wasn't likable. I couldn't root for this kid. I didn't care about this kid. And ultimately, when you don't care about characters, it's not going to work for you. But again, on the flip side, there was a lot of people that really enjoyed the movie. People enjoyed the post-credit scene. So they've got like 2 post-credit scenes, by the way. They've got like a mid-roll and right at the end. Right at the end definitely teases another Minecraft character. That's all I'll say. But the other side story we've got here is Jennifer Coolidge, who is the principal, who's in love with one of the villagers in Minecraft, as you see in the trailer when she knocks him over. So stupid. It's ridiculous. This movie is honestly just so ridiculous to the point where it's trying to be unique. It's trying to blend that kind of, you know, over the top, but then also trying to, you know, incorporate an actual known IP. It's just one of those things for me where I feel like it's a bit of a miss, but at the same time I can't say I was ever completely bored by this movie, because I wasn't. I was intrigued as to where our characters were going to go, what's going to be introduced, although, you know, this is kind of pretty much predictable. You can kind of see where it's going to go. So with all that in mind, I would say honestly, Minecraft movie, it's okay. It's okay at the very best. It's not one that blew me away. It's not one I'm going to rewatch. It's not one that I'm going to own on physical media. But I didn't have an utterly terrible time watching this. So I'd probably give it like a 2 stars out of 5. But have you seen a Minecraft movie? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. Also, I do have a Patreon if you'd like to join today. It's only £2 per month, cheaper than a ticket to seeing a Minecraft movie, so you can join today. Links down below in the description box. And in the meantime, if you've missed these videos of mine, well, click over here, have a bit of a deep dive. Till next time, I see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.